hive cluster is under attack.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Talk Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Blitz Y, it's going to be JAEDONG versus Movie here. Another RJB replay, a DEF CON 1 replay. A little bit shorter than usual, but it should be action-packed. Top right, it's going to be our blue Protoss. It is a Movie. And in the bottom right, it is JAEDONG, the best Zerg player in the history of StarCraft. And yeah, he's getting up there in years, but he still competes very, very well. So we will see if he can handle Movie, and if Movie can handle JAEDONG here on Blitz Y, a very, very weird map that has a lot of weird games on it. So top right versus bottom right spawn, which you already know, because I think you've watched a game on this map before, and a straight shot. Got a ramp here, got a narrow little passageway here, and then, ta-da, you're here at the opponent's base. So, narrowness is good for Protoss as well as Terran. And as Zerg, if you're using lurkers and stuff, and Hydralisks and ranged units, but we'll have to see. Oh, here we go. It's going to be an overpool opening here from JAEDONG here on Blitz Y. So he is planning on, I don't know, some aggression here. It's going to be a forge, so he's going to be safe from this overpool opening from JAEDONG. This probe says, la 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 la. Is there a hatch first? Nope. All right, so it's going to be a pool first play. Let's see how early the pool is. And yeah, the pool is not done. So we are A-OK at Protoss HQ. No need to throw down a cannon. You can do a Nexus and then a cannon if you want. Maybe didn't have enough minerals here. Yeah, so Nexus. So Forge expand into a cannon? Or maybe a gateway to wall this off and then a cannon? Nope, it's going to be a cannon. Alright, so here we go. Ling's out on the map at 2 minutes. Not a super early pool, but an early pool nonetheless. And, oh, expanding down here is JAEDONG. And then, expanding to his natural. So, these Lings are pretty much all we're going to see here from JAEDONG for a little bit of time, a couple minutes or so. Wait, did he cancel? Oh no. Oh no, there are 2 Lings inside the main base of a Protoss, and they are JAEDONG Lings. JAEDONG Lings are a little bit better than normal Lings because they know how to stay alive. 330 APM. You don't need that much APM to sit here and wait for your hatcheries to finish. So all 300 APM is, well, most of the 300 APM here is controlling these Zerglings. Overlord. Okay, so another Overlord coming up. Another probe down Movie. I feel for you, man. JAEDONG Lings, even if they're slow Lings, are super dangerous, but this Zergling here has, yep, just enough HP to survive 1 hit from a probe and not die because of the Zergling regeneration perk that Zergs have. Alright, so metabolic boost here. Is that metabolic boost first? Yeah, and then into lair. Okay. Oh no. Movie! Movie! Is this going to be a Ling flood? You already know that Lings can slip through here. So, this cannon can be surrounded by Lings super duper early. My gosh. These 2 Lings have been alive for so long inside this main base. And yep, it's going to be a Ling flood here. So, oh my gosh, the cannon's going down. Ka-chow. Wait, there you go. You actually got to kill it, though. There we go. Killing the cannon. Another cannon coming up. 2 zealots trying to plug this hole. And, yeah, here we go. A lot of lings going to show up here. No signs of extra gas on the way. But the lair is going for the lair is allowing for a spire here. Ling's going to make sure this cannon doesn't get up. There we go. Not sure if that was a cancel or a kill. Probe down, probe down, probe down. Oh, but it's still 23 probes to 18 drones. And as I always say, you got to keep this in mind. If your enemy went for a ling flood like this, they sacrifice some drones to make it happen. So you can afford to lose a couple lings here, or a couple probes here and there, and not feel like you're going to lose the game. There we go. Another probe goes down. But oh, just another swell of drones here. JAEDONG is droning up behind this, getting a spire. What does he have to deal with Corsairs, though? Does he? He did not make a Hydra Den. This might be a little bit tough. As this Corsair shows up, and behold, there's a spire. Not close to done yet. And I think Movie might be in a fine spot. This Corsair just needs to find targets, is the thing. Has not found an Overlord to kill yet. There's not one down this way. There's not one at the natural base. There's not one at the main. Are the Overlords just kind of like, they're just kind of hiding out on the map. And the Corsair has not been able to find any of them yet. Man, this is actually buying a lot of time for these Overlords to not die. Now this one, probably just going to straight up die here, tragically. Yeah, see you later, alligator. So this Overlord's going to die. It's usually considered acceptable losses for one Overlord to die. But once you start losing 2 or 3 Overlords, it's going to be a bad time. Bad time for the Zerg player. Supply blocks usually tend to follow. It's a supply block here, actually, with this first Overlord. Citadel of Adun coming in from the Protoss player. A Hydra Den on the way here, too. Scourge going to try to save this Overlord. If it was good... there we go. Now you're not going to get it. Maybe a little bit. Oh, this double set of Scourge, though. Double set of Scourge. Nice. Beautiful engage there from JAEDONG. That is not easy to do with those angles. Corsairs are fast. Scourge are fast too. They are exactly the same speed. So angles come into a lot of play here. Scourge like waiting for a Corsair to come out of the Stargate so they can annihilate it. Yeah, Zealot legs on the way from the Protoss. Nothing too crazy about that. Hydra Den. No sign of Lurker aspect coming in here. So trying to deal with a big Zealot push like this, when you really only have Hydras, can be difficult for sure. Bit of an anti-timing attack here, right? We didn't wait for Zealot legs to finish. We didn't wait for +1 to finish. We're just showing up with Zealots and kind of trying to hope the Zerg player's not ready for this. This is a tricky thing you can do against Zergs especially. Because Zergs are all about, okay, when do I make attacking units? When do I make defense? When do I make drones? Because they can't do all of those at the same time. So what they try to do is memorize really standard attack timings from things like Zealots with +1 and legs, or, you know, when the Corsairs are going to show up. And if you can show up at a time that they're not ready for it, you can cause them some problems. So JAEDONG was ready for it. JAEDONG had a ton of Hydras, had a pretty good SimCity here. Did not panic throw down any Sunkens. Knew what he's dealing with here. That's all good. DT's on the way as well as Storm. Corsair count pretty hefty for not getting +1 attack today, interestingly enough. But it seems the Corsair count is not going to continue to increase here. That's not really enough Zealots. Still not enough Zealots to do this, guys. I'm just going to throw that out there. Corsairs are like, do you have any? Yes, there is an Overlord back here, but protected by about 6 or 7 Hydras. So Corsairs want nothing to do with those shenanigans. And are we going to follow up the attempt at a Ling bust with a Hydra bust? Now, there is a DT out. Overlords have speed, though, so that's going to make them a lot better at dealing with Dark Templar. I mean, Overlords with speed? Yes, that is one thing that every Zerg player will wish for on their Christmas list when it comes to dealing with the Dark Templar. Why are these probes hanging out? Guys, friends, I need you to go back to work. Go somewhere to work. Okay, movie. You're killing me, Smalls. What is it with this map? I cast a game between, I don't know, I think it was Soul Key and Tengu. Yeah, and on this very map, there were just like a ton of SCVs not mining for like 5 minutes for Tengu, and I was like, ugh, that's not good. So here we go. Again, no Sunkens, no Lurkers here. This is just straight up Hydra. While the Hydras are busy, the Corsairs jump in and try to snipe an Overlord. More Overlords coming over to try to save the day here. Hydras are dying, but buying time, and Corsairs have to flee. as enough Zerg shows up to save the day here at the third. Couple drones did die. DT doesn't make it out of here alive. Really nice micro there from JAEDONG to make sure that the DT got stopped by the Lings so the Hydras could kill it. And really excellently done here from JAEDONG. So again, be sure to check out RJB, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel too if you haven't already. And just help that sub number get up. Trying to get to 100,000 subs in 2024. I did cast a TVT the other day, though. That did not help my view numbers at all. Man, a lot of you guys hate TVT. It's a really good one, though. I'm just saying, there's battle cruisers involved. There's a lot of dropping going on, which I think is the best kind of DT. Or DT, of TVT. When battle cruisers are involved and a lot of drops are happening. And it's not just tank lines, right? Okay, so Storm, we've already talked about it being done. So these Hydra's going to have a hard time busting through there for sure. JAEDONG saving grace is that he has a third base. He's got 2 macro hatches back here at the third. He's got an evolution chamber coming in here at the main. Trying to go for yield Hydra bust. He does have lurker aspect done now. So the lurker eggs are popping in. Observatory on the way. But Storm's the answer to everything Hydra lurker that JAEDONG's going for here. It's just a matter of, do you have enough Storm, right? And so far, ow, kind of storming your own dudes a little bit there. Lurker takes a storm, but it takes 2 storms to kill a lurker. High Templar doesn't make it back safe home. Barely. Just barely makes it back with 11 HP. That's a great storm. And then if everything's been stormed and it's been softened up, the cannon shots are just exactly what you want. Look at this lurker positioning, though. That is sick. That is just out of range of the cannons. Just barely. Lurker's on top of this here forge. Going to kill it before it finishes this upgrade. It is just now starting, maybe. 4th base coming up from JAEDONG here, and what is kind of traditionally a 3rd base on this map, but JAEDONg went for the, well, this was the 2nd base he took, but we'll call it a 3rd base nevertheless. So, what do we got? A DT. Oh, DT inside the mineral line of JAEDONG. Corsairs shove all the overlords out, and the DT getting some really nice work done over here. Holy Hannah. 9 kills. 10 kills. JAEDONG getting pushed out. JAEDONG. Okay, you can kill this 1 Hydralisk, right? Oh my gosh, the drones. The drones. Okay, now it's getting microed, but 12 kills. 13 kills before that DT gets wiped out. And again, trying to bust in here. No, it's 52 to 39 workers. Economy for movie is all of a sudden fantastic. Corsairs are finding more overlords to kill, trying to get another supply block off here on JAEDONG, which is a beautiful thing to try to attempt for sure. I don't know about coming up here. Okay, fine. Coming up and forcing a cancel and a ton of lurker eggs is awesome. High Templar getting sniped, though. High Templar dying after their storms go down is not exactly what you want. Corsairs getting picked off here, too. It is 138 to 87 supply available in favor of movie, but 71-84 in favor of movie. In an actual used supply here. Ah, man, Hydras do trade well against these Dragoons, and that Dragoon's gonna die too. Oh, actually, hold on. Reinforcements. Reinforcements do the thing. 3rd base finally getting started now for movie here at 13 minutes. Yeah, this has been a jam-packed game for sure. Early Lings, early Hydra bust, DTs, Corsair attacks, more DTs over here at the 3rd base. Been good stuff. Oh, and then the Mutos are coming out because guess what? All the Corsairs are dead. The Corsairs dove a little bit too deeply and too greedily at the main base of JAEDONG, and they got wiped out. Oh no. Muta tech switch. Is it going to be enough? There's an Archon here, which Mutas hate fighting against Archons. They hate fighting against Dragoons too for the most part, especially if they got 1-1 upgrades, which they do. And the Mutas won't have any upgrades themselves, but there will be some Hydras, right? There will be a bit of a concave here. I don't know if there's enough here to bust through for movie. You should not like this position at all. Oh, Mutas! No! They found the High Templar! Ah, those 2 turn into an Archon. Save us. That might have been it. Those High Templar are dead. You don't have a lot of Zealots here. You invested a lot into those High Templar. Oh, I was going to say, you still get them with the Archon, and no. You don't. The Archon is down. Ob's getting picked off. And JAEDONG with the super secret sneaky Muta tech switch may have just pulled this off, man. Mutas against cannons. Not really enough mutas to be comfortable with that, but they're like, are there more High Templar for us to kill? And yeah, there's a High Templar that's actually going to come out. There you go, coming out of this gateway right now. But probes are good targets too. High Templar pulling back to the cannons. Dragoons caught in a bit of a surround there. Not what they want to see, but this is a really, really tight game right now. I like the mutas a lot. I wish there were more zealots. I just feel like more zealots would be a beautiful thing. Ooh, good storm! Oh, that's a disgustingly sick storm. I don't know if JAEDONG didn't see that High Templar coming or what, but suddenly this mutaflock gets obliterated. Suddenly it's pure Hydra coming in. There are no High Templar remaining in this position, and this third base might just get overrun by Hydras. Because the High Templar count was reduced by the number of the Mutalisks there. Dragoons not trading well here. The Hydras have 2-1 upgrades against the 1-2 upgrades of the Protoss. Yeah, probes are getting target fired. He knows he's probably not getting this Nexus. That's okay. And then a huge swell of Hydralisks. And that's it, man. You don't have enough speed lots with upgrades. You don't have enough High Templar. You're going to have a bad time. That's exactly what we're looking at here. The worst of possible times. And that's it. I really do not see a way here with this third base being defunct. No probes mining at it. More Hydras coming on in. We're just producing 5, 6, 7, 8 Hydras at a time. That High Templar's going to get a nice storm off, but one storm not enough. GG, Booby taps out. And JAEDONG gets the win. He's trying to increase the score a little bit here by cheating, but hey, don't do that. He left. Movie left the game. So GG, that was great. That was a really, really, really fantastic display of just how to play ZVP from who else? JAEDONG. I mean, come on. The Dong himself making it happen here. And I've always said, you can win with Hydra, Lurker, Ling, I go with some mutas too, without getting to Hive, importantly. As long as you win before the first, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-minute mark, 20-minute mark. 20 is where it really gets bad. But if you can kill your opponent's third base and kind of force them to tap out, before that happens, you're going to get a nice win. Super secret Muta tech switch was great. And, yeah, what a good game. That was a ton of fun for sure. So 115,000 points, 113,000 points. Movie actually has the higher point total here, having killed almost 200 Zerg units, but it's an outproduced by 2-1 and outkilled by less than 2-1. And that's not going to work out here at the end of the day. Resources not quite as dominating here, but it's only a 16-minute game. Right, so we're looking at about 3,000 plus, maybe closer to 4,000 more resources spent here from JAEDONG in the game, but it's only 16 minutes, so that's enough. So again, a bit of a shorter game here, but sometimes the shorter games are pretty action-packed. Like, we didn't just sit around and macro up, right? There was Ling pressure, there was Hydra stuff. Anyway, it was really fun. You watched it. You're here, you watched it. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.